Hi, my name is Grant Papa, and I'm a research analyst here at JP Morgan Asset Management. Coming to 2025, there were renewed optimism for the U.S. IPO market due to expectations of a more business-friendly environment and broader deregulation across the private sector. This came after a few years of muted activity following the massive wave of IPOs we saw in 2020 and 2021, where roughly 1,500 companies went public, with an aggregate deal value of nearly $450 billion. With lower rates and strong fiscal stimulus acting as tailwinds, these two remarkable years had more initial public offerings in the preceding 5 years combined, with a greater aggregate deal value in the preceding 7 years combined. So how has the U.S. IPO market fared so far this year? Well, it started off very promising, with nearly 60 listings in the first quarter, marking the third strongest first quarter performance in history. Continuing the positive momentum from the second half of 2024, it has since cooled off significantly. Tariffs and economic uncertainty have brought heightened volatility to equity markets, leading many companies to shelve their plans to go public until markets steady. Sentiment is down, and executives had to revise down earnings forecasts, with March figures for CEO confidence in current and future business conditions hitting their lowest point since the pandemic. This all comes at a particularly difficult time for exit activity within the private equity industry, as firms continue to seek out ways to generate liquidity and return capital to investors, with the overall exit environment listed as the #1 challenge to return generation over the next 12 months. Firms have sought out alternative exit strategies for liquidity needs. Minority stakes, dividend recapitalizations, and secondary transactions have seen a huge increase in popularity in the last few years, with the latter seeing a record $160 billion in volume in 2024. If public market uncertainty persists and the pressure to raise liquidity steepens, look for firms continue using these strategies amid stagnation in the IPO market. For more insights on all things alternatives, check out our guide to alternatives on jpmorgan.com/GTA.